each one has his own individual experience of any given situation. Give me the, I want to show something from my computer. I think it's also good to have a little view of how I see reality, how I see things. Not only, it's not about cases. Homeopathy, I mean, you got to look at how you can see it. I want to show you something and maybe take you somewhere else. ये नहीं आ रहा है इधर. I tell you something, may be interesting for you. Huh? See, you get newspaper, right? Times of India normally I read, but I never read the newspaper. You know what I read? I read the online version of the newspaper on the internet. I find it far more interesting than the newspaper. You know what is the difference between this and that? Because in the online version, below every news is readers' comments. And for me that is far more interesting than the news. Because there are not only comments, but comments about comments. And it's just amazing how the same thing is looked at by different people. This is my only source of entertainment in my life. I love it. I recommend you highly. Yesterday morning, there was one piece of news. You might have read, might not, I will tell you. One Air India pilot, she was supposed to fly Mumbai Jodhpur to Delhi flight, Mumbai Jodhpur Delhi flight at 12 o'clock. This was the news. Then she was phoned and told, don't fly this flight, you fly the 2 o'clock flight directly Mumbai Delhi. She refused. She said, no, I will only fly my 12 o'clock Mumbai Jodhpur Delhi flight. According to the newspaper, the reason was that in Jodhpur there is a particular type of kachori called pyaj kachori, of which this pilot was extremely fond, craving. So she had ordered pyaj kachori to be delivered to her aircraft in Jodhpur. And if she flew directly to Delhi, she wouldn't get that kachori. According to the newspaper, this was the reason she refused to fly that flight, and she went on the 12 o'clock flight to Jodhpur, got her kachoris, and she flew to Delhi, while the passengers here for the 2 o'clock flight had no pilot and they had to wait for 3 hours, and so the flight and the pilot was suspended by Air India. This is the story. Now what are the comments for this story? This is so amazing. So I did one thing yesterday, I just downloaded some of those comments. But it's not working for me now. Well, bad news. I downloaded in, I think, not good news. I say yes. Okay. Okay. So this is the news. Kachori craving pilot delays flight by an hour. And then there is a whole news below that, in which you have links to onion kachoris from Jodhpur, etc., etc. And this is the people in the airport waiting for the flight. While she is in Jodhpur eating kachoris. This is the story. So Air India pilot faces suspension and so forth. And now we start with the comments. So one is, she must be pregnant. I tell you, things you can never think of. And then there are people who agree, people who disagree to that. Then some people act and think with tongue. Another comment. Another is, it happens only in India. In bold letters, it happens on, इधर ही होता है ये सब कुछ. फॉरेन में क्यों नहीं होता है? कचौरी क्यों नहीं खाते वहां पे? कुछ भी कर सकता है. Nobody worries. This is another thoda, and yeah. Then another says, she represents the true attitude of Air India staff. They stink. I have stopped traveling from Air India. Indian government should shut this airline and save taxpayers' money. Shame to Indians. Yeah, thoda. Another one. 4 people agree with that. Another one says, after reading this article, I crave kachoris now. It is the middle of the night. ये आदमी न्यूज़पेपर रात को पढ़ा 12 बजे. कचौरी कहाँ से लाऊं? Then 4 people agree to that also. फिर आगे, मैं तो अभी इंडिया से बाहर हूं, कहां मिलेगा मुझे कचौरी? अरे बताओ भाई. There are many more like this. The one I like the best is, thank heaven she didn't like biryani. She would have flown to Hyderabad. How much cost kachori to Air India, people of India? Taxpayers' money is misused. Thank God it's kachori, not chori. Please don't crave for kachoris too much. You will get fat soon. मोटी हो जाएगी, मत खाना इतना कचौरी. She must be terminated from her job. Her flying license must be cancelled. She must become brand ambassador for Jodhpur Kachori. In this way, she will get a lot of supply of pyaj kachoris and she will die peacefully. then her family walas can also start branded kachoris on her name as a tribute to her. This is very abusive. Who the something she is? Is she the daughter of a halwai or some politician? Is she selling kachori from one city to other? ये जोधपुर की कचौरी दिल्ली में बेचती है क्या ये? अरे बाबा, she is also a human being. Preference of self rules over service to people. Forgive her. This is lac humanum patient. Let her fulfill her hunger. She will learn to live for others in due course. सीख जाएगी धीरे धीरे. क्या जल्दी है? This is a one-sided story. This report does not get into why the order was defied. इसमें दाल में कुछ काला है. The story is not as it seems. It is not so innocent. Ha ha ha. She needs a job at a kachori joint. Oh, please give me that kachori wala's address. अच्छा, ये सब उसके, मैं ये सब पढ़ता हूँ. This is my hobby. Every day I read something like that. Now, why did I bring this to you, especially after lunch? That means what happens is that the same given situation provokes in each individual a completely different perception and reaction. That is individuality. For example, one of the main news subjects is the gang rape in Delhi. And also you can see a lot of reaction. This was just humorous, but that is serious. And then you will see that our patients also react to these situations, and they will tell you, isn't it so? They must have told you in your clinic. And there are three distinct type of reactions. You can see three patterns. One, they will say, I feel very insecure. We can't send our daughters out. कुछ भी हो सकता है. There is no protection. There is no law. There is no security. This is mineral perception. The other one will say, hang them, kill them, finish them. They did to us, we will do the same to them. Don't let them die quickly. Torture them. This is animal type of response. And the other one will say, I am shocked. I feel numb. I feel my whole body trembling. Just hearing that something happens in my head, in my body, I am sensitive, I am reactive. This is plant type of response. So a situation by itself does not tell us about the experience. We have to ask about the experience. And when you ask about the experience, whatever may come out, go to the case. Whatever may come out, whether it is mentioned, this is very important, whether it is mentioned positive or in denial, both have to do with the sensitivity of the patient.